Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless, and he is Artosis. Together we're the casting Archon. We've been casting. We're going to cast in 8 best of 3s today. We're going to do our 9th. And you know what? We saved the best for last, not just for today, but for the round of 64. We're casting Slayers, BoxeR, Imyohan, the Emperor, and he's going to be against NEXON.
That's right.
Somewhat of an unknown.
NEXON. He's on Team Nex. That's not meant to be a pun,
No
even
pun
though
intended.
it is. And it is not, don't worry, it's not some like camera brand or an oil company.
Yeah.
It is NEXON on.
So, Team Nex, same team as Nex Genius. Very good team. Slayers BoxeR actually independently sponsored right now. He doesn't actually...
Yeah, he's with the Slayers team.
Right.
Intel sponsoring that, of course.
Right.
And making a team and a huge clan to farm players from. Pretty interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like, way back in the day, Slayers BoxeR was also given this opportunity to make his own team, which became SK Telecom T1, the
now
most
it's happening
accomplished
again.
team ever.
Yeah.
Will it happen again in StarCraft 2? Is this just what BoxeR does? Like, he comes into a game, owns it in the beginning, makes a sick team, and then just, like, sits around on piles of money laughing. I don't know.
I think that might be it.
It's a good life.
It's not a bad life at all. Not that bad. We're going to introduce the players, though. This guy doesn't need too much of an introduction since we're already talking about him. Slayers BoxeR. This is the most famous person in esports. He is the reason why StarCraft 1 was so popular due to his creative playstyle. And now he switched over to StarCraft 2, making the right choice. And he's going to continue to help esports grow. Playing this game, his eyes are set for first place. He did manage to get to the Final Four in Season 2. I'm curious to see how far I'll get this time around. We're going to find out.
Yeah. Slayers BoxeR, an amazing player. But we cannot underestimate his opponent.
No, we certainly can't.
Look at that. It's like Slayers BoxeR. I think that's a reflection of his girlfriend worried for him.
She is running
in a
for
brain
it.
mask. And look at that. She runs away.
That's so cute.
That is cute, man.
Now, at the same time, though, NEXON, his opponent, young guy, only 16, U.S. age, 17 Korean age, is very confident against Terran. And love to see it is a TVT. TVT, not wildly different from, Terran vs. Terran in StarCraft 1. So Slayers BoxeR does have a lot of experience in that. And there is his opponent in Deep Reflection, NEXON.
Rough first-round match for him. Even though Slayers BoxeR isn't the best player in the world right now, he might be the most daunting to go up against. You know you're going to have an unbelievable amount of people watching your match. If you win, everyone's going to be angry at you, except for maybe a couple teammates.
Yeah.
That's a rough opponent to actually have.
Yeah, no kidding.
Also, I just want to point out, Slayers BoxeR very good at Terran vs. Terran.
Yeah,
played a lot of Terran vs. Terrans last season. Knocked out Nada, knocked out Loner, knocked out Happiness. I believe he may even have played one other Terran before finally falling to Nest T.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that.
Oh, wait, no, it was a Protoss. It was Korajang.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So, this is going to be pretty exciting. Look, I love casting this guy's games. By the way, before we start this, I know some of you guys that are tuning in and watching this might not have watched some of the other games. Maybe you don't have time to. That's understandable. But if I can recommend a set to watch, no spoilers. We won't give away the winner because I know that we tend to get a lot more hits on the Slayers BoxeR videos. Watch Clyde against
Leenock Foyu. It's a pretty sick series. I didn't
know
you hand that off to me, Tasteless.
I thought you were just going to do it like that.
No, that was, I think, the best of 3 series we've seen.
So, check that out, TVZ. This is going to be a great match, too, but I feel like everybody needs to see that because that might be the best series in StarCraft 2 history yet. The maps for this series, Slayers BoxeR against NEXON, will involve, firstly, Steppes of Ore, secondly, Shakura's Plateau, and then finally, Delta Quadrant.
Well, I think Shakura's Plateau and Delta Quadrant kind of suit BoxeR's style. He's such a creative player, and those are 2 maps that are going to allow for a lot of creative play.
Yeah, I think so.
I like this map set for Slayers BoxeR. We're going to have to see, though. It's about to start.
Get ready. Let's get some StarCraft 2 action. In the red, Over here, he doesn't need that much of an introduction.
Slayer's BoxeR.
It's kind of cute when you read it in Hangul. A lot of fans here for him.
Awesome. Totally awesome.
Down here in the blue, the underdog for this. He's got a tough match ahead of him, but if he can win this, he could probably beat anybody. He is none other than
NEXON.
You know, that guy just won up the guy we saw yesterday that had his head cut through a Marine torso.
Yes.
Or a Marine helmet, rather. He had the full body there. Those are outside PC bones. He must have stolen it.
Just what I was thinking. I was like, where'd he get that?
I want one.
Let's go steal one after work, right?
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Don't call the cops on this guy.
Don't tell. Nobody tell, all right? All right. Barracks for both of these two. Remember, it's a one-on-one map. They do know each other's starting locations. They'll probably send an SCV out on 13 to get there right before that Marine does come out.
Yep. Well, this map, you can actually kind of tank the natural if you expand too fast, so I don't expect either player to go command center before gas.
No, I would be surprised.
Yeah. Slayer's
You
BoxeR
basically
may
lose
want
to
to
anything.
prove me wrong, though.
Yep, he has got his own style of playing.
Sometimes Slayer's BoxeR does what is theoretically wrong because he can.
Because he can, yeah.
Because he thinks it'll give him a good shot to win because no one will expect it.
He's good at the odds game part of this,
Oh, definitely.
predicting what his opponent's going to do. Kind of a little wild and crazy build to do against his opponent.
And yeah, I think we're actually, as soon as I say, you know, it's a little bit dangerous sometimes to go for that one Rax expand, he's going to go ahead and do it. Now, the trick is he's going to want to get enough Marines and Marauders out on the map with Stim so that whatever push comes, he can have them spread out to defend.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Problem is, if he sits in his natural, then it'll be really bad. It'll give his opponent enough time to set up. But you can make a pretty big arc in the center. So,
yeah,
you know, he should be okay as long as he keeps that in mind and does that.
We don't see
Oh, interesting.
the gas, actually, I was about to say. You've got double gas at the same time, which is totally different than what NEXON did. NEXON did a much more standard build.
Yeah, and in fact, what NEXON scouted
Command center on the way.
make him think it's a fast expansion, which, okay, it is. So his BoxeR making something totally new. Normally you add 2 more barracks before...
Why did we say he wasn't going to fast expand?
Well, why do we say anything? Slayer's BoxeR plays how he wants to play. Normally you do see a couple more barracks before really teching up so that you actually have all that time of making units.
Yeah.
So that you can hold on to, you know, any rushes that come.
Uh-oh. Nice save. I don't believe he saw the command center. I'm sure he would assume it.
He's definitely going to assume that.
Now, guys, by the way, thank you so much for joining us. I know there's so many people watching this right now, or watch this in VOD format. It's actually really exciting to see the GSL just grow and get bigger and bigger. Actually, I made a joke on Twitter calling Electronic Arts the Octomom of game companies, and then a bunch of people that worked at EA wrote me on Twitter saying they watched the show. Now I feel really bad. All right, the attack has started. Wow. Hey, you know what? That was just terrible by NEXON. I actually thought he was going to regroup. I had to have time to say that story, but he sent things in through the bushes, not one by one.
Yeah, that was very sloppy with that first Hellion. That's the really important damage dealer of that rush. And Slayer's BoxeR just reacted instantly and snapped its little nerd Hellion neck.
Yeah, I mean, his timing was just off. He has to regroup here, then go up there, and he could get up there before the bunker would be done. Then it'd be a war of micro and unit control. But instead, I think the nerves are getting to him. He just sent it in there. Now he's scanning, BoxeR scanning him to try to read what the next move is going to be. BoxeR headed with an expansion. NEXON going ahead and scanning here. He wants to see what does BoxeR have. How can I possibly try to get ahead now?
Now, the beauty of Slayer's BoxeR's build here is look at that production tab. Their siege modes are going to finish at basically the same time. Slayer's BoxeR 1 second slower.
Yeah.
So he's going to have siege mode immediately after his opponent does, and that's going to make this rush even less effective.
One bunker. You can see the rest of his Marines were actually positioned up here in case Reaper tried to hop up there. He might try to build a barracks or something to float it over here. And
You know, he is making a medevac. He can spot with that, but the thing is that we're going to have a Viking from Slayer's BoxeR, so that medevac is not going to do a good job. With the 9 range of Viking's going to be able to scare off the spotting for the siege tank, and at the same time have the same number of siege tanks. Oh, look at this.
Oh my god, he's just barely out of range.
Yeah, that's as close as you can get. Goodbye, medevac. Get out of there. And bam. This push really... I can't see this push doing very much tasteless. Slayer's BoxeR is defending it just beautifully.
Yeah, BoxeR had a pretty tricky fast expand, taking both gases so he'd still have tech to defend over here. But will his main be covered? That's what I want to know. It doesn't look like it will be. Meanwhile, our blue Terran, NEXON, going to go ahead and go for a contain right now.
And look at this. Nice little marine drop. Going to pull BoxeR back a little bit, because with these medevacs, uh-oh, look at that. He's going to try to take out the medevac. But with the medevac, look at this.
Oh my god, he's actually getting too many SCDs.
Yeah.
Slayer's BoxeR's in trouble.
Slayer's BoxeR, do not attack with fewer marines. He lands those. But with the medevac sitting there, he would have done so much better, but runs away with the medevac instead.
I think he was basically afraid of the Vikings taking out the medevac, and that would be a pretty big loss. He already got enough SCVs.
Yeah, he did kill a nice number of SCVs. Let's take a look at the SCV count, though, because BoxeR has 2 command centers. He still has more at 36 against 29.
And that's double mules, too.
Yeah. But he is saving a lot of scans just in case that any Banshees come. So there's BoxeR, deciding it may be time to start using his Viking advantage. Push forward with these siege tanks, spot with the Vikings.
Marine is going to peek and not manage to see through that location. Just too many Vikings. Oh my god, god, he's taking out actually everything his opponent has. NEXON is in terrible shape economically. His position's okay, it's decent, but he doesn't have the spotting that these Vikings have.
That is right. Well, at least we do see a command center up for him. But things aren't looking all that bright. Slayer's BoxeR has better tech, more Vikings, which is quite important.
Look at this, he's actually going to go around him, but he scans and realizes his base is going to be under attack over here.
Oh man, a Marauder up there, 2 siege tanks as well. Coming back with his other siege tanks. Going to land his Vikings even.
Oh wow.
And Slayer's BoxeR going to just crush through the rest of this army.
I think now he can just go back to his base and kill him.
Yeah, you could probably go siege up that expansion with his Vikings spotting, and I don't think NEXON is going to have many ways to come back from that.
No, I don't believe he will.
And that may reach the last patch basis.
Yeah, it does.
Uh-oh, losing more and more Vikings.
Just losing that Viking fight. And how about that? We don't normally see siege tanks used this way.
Yeah. Haven't seen this in a TVT out on this map. Haven't seen a lot of TVTs on this map, though.
Uh-oh, he's going to be able to take out these tanks.
Uh-oh.
He's clearly out of scans.
Yep, Slayer's BoxeR having to back off.
Uh-oh. Taking additional shots there. Wow, actually losing the tank.
Yeah.
More control there by Slayer's BoxeR.
Losing several units, but he does have 18 supply more.
Wow. Both gases taken. Superior number of SCVs.
Yep, 47 against 34. And
2 factories, 4 barracks.
Now he's just going to go, Marine Marauder, Siege Tank. Just a few Vikings mixed in as well for spotting purposes. And, this, it could turn into a long game possibly, but no, I think NEXON realizes he's behind, and to not do something now would be to get even further behind. So, going to try to rush forward with SCVs as a buffer. Here he goes.
Doesn't look like it's going to work. Slayer's BoxeR is too far ahead. He was ahead since the beginning, since NEXON didn't organize those units, and I would expect GG any second now, as basically Slayer's BoxeR, it's almost physically impossible for him to lose right now.
Yeah, look at this, just sieging up. And that expansion is going to be hard pressed to mine from.
Yeah, this is almost checkmate here.
Yeah, NEXON is getting tooled by the Emperor.
This is pretty brutal.
Third base going up. Slayer's BoxeR making it look easy, Tasis.
And you know what? He's running out of tanks, he's running out of SCVs, he's running out of basically everything. And now he has to lift this command center, and he's going to land these Vikings down here. Probably nice, just takes him out.
Yeah, and this is going to be a GG, no doubt about that.
It was basically GG a little while ago, but
yeah,
he just hadn't left the game yet. There it is, good game. Well, that was pretty one-sided.
It was, man. He's the Emperor, it's a round of 64. That can definitely happen.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot to say. The Blue Terran NEXON got behind, from the start and just like never caught up. He didn't make the right decisions to catch up. Slayer's BoxeR was just superior. His build was pretty good, expanding but getting tech quick enough so that his siege tanks with siege mode will come out at the same time as his opponents.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have worked out that way had the Blue Terran NEXON gotten a Tech Lab burst and not made a Hellion. But he saw that moment. Their siege mode was almost perfectly synced up, so there was no way to push in with the siege tanks in siege mode. And from there, I mean, he just had an expansion. The other guy didn't, and he lost.
That's how it works, man. If you're going to rush against someone who's expanding in a mirror matchup, you have to do significant damage, or they just get further and further ahead. You know, you guys can make the same units. It's hard to come from behind like that.
Yeah. The next map is going to be on Shakuras Plateau. Shakuras Plateau, great map. It's pretty cool for Terran vs. Terran. There's a lot of great things you can do with tanks on there. You start out very far away from each other, so we do see more fast expanding builds, occasionally Banshee first builds. Cloak or no cloak, just sort of depends on the style. So we're going to see.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what BoxeR has planned for this map because, you know, all that, Tasis, also, it's very far away, and those rocks in the back, it's kind of something BoxeR might fool around with.
Could be. All right. Well, players are ready. I'm ready. You're ready.
I'm ready, Tasis. I want to go.
The people at home are ready. So the countdown's begun. Let's get this game ready. See some more Slayer's BoxeR action here at the GSL. I'm Tasis. This is Artosis. And we're going to do some serious casting.